Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. This is Jerry from BackCountry Wrenching. Today's video, we are going to work on getting the axle truss on this Dana 30. I just got the YesWelder Plasma cutter set up. We're going to cut the old Johnny joint off. We're going to clean up the axle and get it ready and prepped to weld the truss on. So here we are underneath. And if you've installed Johnny joints into your Dana 30 axle, there's that big metal plate that you just have to cut the old one and then weld that big plate in there. It's held out good throughout the years, but however, with the new axle truss that's going on, that has to come off. So I got the plasma cutter. I'm going to plasma cut that out in place, and I think for the axle truss, I'm going to pull the control arms, the drive shaft. I got the aux locker, so I'm going to put the axle on skates and then slide it out to the side here, where we'll be able to weld on it easily. However, those lower control arms might give us some grief, and if so, I'm gonna cry. I do not need max power. Probably 30 will be plenty. All right, I got the sides cut off, so hopefully I can she'll come. There we go. There we go. She's out. It is out. Always let things cool down before you turn them off. That doesn't have an automatic cutoff fan, but after like 10 minutes, I turned it off. Anyway, it's coming down here. Plasma cutter does a good job cutting everything off. Now just to start grinding it, that's going to be the most painful part, is grinding the axle tube flush. And then look for any spots where the plasma cutter cut into the tube. And then we'll patch those up before we get the axle truss put on. Got the truss on the ground, so we can fit it up. All the grinding is done, just kind of a rough. Once I get the axle out, we'll smooth her out and have a look at it. But let's just fit this axle truss up and see how it's going to look. That actually looks really good. Now I can go ahead and weld that up. I got a combination of MIG and TIG on there because I ran out of TIG gas. This bottle has long been expired, so tomorrow I gotta take it in to get it recertified so I can take it to KMS Tools and get it refilled up. I just left a TIG holder on the bench here, and it did a good job of not having my torch hit the ground. And then I got the Johnny joint on the bench, which I'm going to take it apart because it's never been greased in probably 10 years. It still moves, but going to do an inspection on it. So I dropped the TIG tank off so it'll get recertified. Then I'll take it down to KMS Tools and get it refilled with some argon so I can continue practicing. And now it's time to slide this axle out. So right now I need to loosen the nuts off the drive shaft, but the problem is the front drive shaft is spinning. So I put the pry bar in there, go against the lower control arm. That way I can bust it free, so as such. Come on. Definitely. These was Loctite maybe? I don't know. Got the breather hose off. I think I'm gonna look at replacing it too. Probably getting a little rotten by now. I'm gonna pop these brakes off, get some wire right there and string it up. See how easy these brakes come out. Alright, I'm coming. I just got to be careful with this one pad. I don't want to force it out, because if I damage that clip, it's not going to be good news. Lots of life left, at least. Alright, the other side was 10 mil, and then this side here is 13. Because if you guys remember, if you watched my channel for a long time, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, I think I had the supercharger on the Jeep still, and I was having some symptoms, some vibration. I'm not going to call it a death wobble, because a lot of people get the term death wobble wrong with any kind of vibration in the front, and I've argued with this with lots of people that don't truly understand it. True death wobble is a result of two things and two things only: control arms and track bar, because death wobble is the oscillation of the axle, and the track bar and the control arms are the only thing that hold the axle in place. People want to argue wheel bearings, people want to argue everything. That's not true death wobble. There's probably a lot of people hearing this that don't agree, but you have to understand what death wobble is, what it does, and the only components that are responsible for keeping the axle in place. So anyways, I was having a vibration in the front that some people might even call, referred to as a death wobble if they're not knowledgeable. But the issue was that the caliper on this passenger side was sticking, and it was causing me all kinds of vibration. But the new caliper came with new bolts and everything else, but they're all different sizes. 10 mil one side, 13 on the other. Now I wonder if this one here is going to be a pain to get out as well. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I need to pry that one brake caliper out. There we go. These ones are out. So I may actually be in luck. I just took my Milwaukee Impact, and what I did is I hit it on the bolt end, and usually if it's seized, the bolt end's not even going to spin, but they spun on this side. That could mean one of two things. Bushings could be so rotted that the pin is just spinning freely, but we're going to see if I can get the nuts off. good there. One came out. It's a good sign. Yeah, and we're good. Finish just pop right out, just as such. Very nice. So if you don't have the adjustment bolts, this TJ actually came stock with this setup right here, so it's non-adjustable, but I need these washers, and if you're ever wondering why this upper washer won't come out, it's because of the splines. I don't know what focus, can you guys see? That is why. I need to put these somewhere safe. And you guys know when I mean put this somewhere safe, I'm gonna lose it somewhere. However, this side could be a different story. Okay, that one spun free. What about this one down here? Okay. Oop. That one might be good. We might be good. This one here is gonna come out too, but the axle's already starting to creep forward, so I want to get to the other side on some blocks. Alright, got on jack stands. Had to be careful because of the aux locker cable. Looks like the shocks have plenty of room, so I don't have to worry about overextension. So I gotta swing this out now. The axle definitely wasn't rolling too well at first. Now I can skate her out of the way as we start cleaning it up for the welding. Kind of got the axle truss fitted up how I'm gonna like it. Well, I guess it can only really go one way. This hard part's gonna be cleaning this pumpkin housing because I had that issue with the power steering pump leaking, and it's like permanently soaked that cast in oil, so not sure how well it's gonna weld. I just got this buffing pad on the grinder that I'm going to use just to polish it up. I also need to pop that out right now. Do you know what I would love? If companies could make cameras without issues. I just finished fighting with this GoPro Hero 7 because it gets to a situation where it won't power on. You gotta take the battery out, and I can't seem to get these pliers in there because of that. Come on, get in there. Come on. Move. Got it to move somehow, but she's in there tight. She is in there tight. Come on. There we go. Just have to pop it out. Went between my legs somewhere. Perfect. I should be able to. That's the metal ring. I'll use the control arm bolt. Come on. Come on. She's in there good, I'm telling you. Need something that's gonna have some weight behind it. Ouch! Bastard. Cut my fingers on that. Let's grab the ball. Let's grab the ball. Let's clean these parts up. Have a look at it and see if we can salvage this. Ball looks like it's in pretty good shape. Got these washers. So looking at The ball, it's actually in really good shape still. There's a little bit of mild pitting on it, but I would not be afraid to use it over again. And I'm going to keep these as spares because they look like overall they're in pretty good shape. And you can see how these will go together, that they kind of go opposite of each other and clamp together. And then we'll get the Johnny joint out of that one. This one here is actually loose, so it's probably going to come out way easier than the other one. Put that in the vise. It's like a big turd pops out. All right, that one there, perfect. This ball here looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'm gonna reuse the old ones. Reuse the best bushings out of one of them before I put it all back together, because gonna keep one brand new one as a spare when we reassemble the axle. But there we go. Alright, this is where the fun begins. Clean up the rust so we can paint it. Just finished sanding down the axle where I'm going to end up welding. And then I cleaned it up with non-chlorinated brake cleaner. I'm going to point this out because the other day I was at Princess Auto and I picked up some brake cleaner that was on sale. This stuff right here, I can't find anywhere on it if it's non-chlorinated or not, so I automatically have to assume that it is, and don't use it on any surfaces that you're going to be welding on. I got the copper weld through primer right here that I need to spray on the back side of those before they're fed up. I was kind of hoping to get this welded up in this video, but too much is going on. So next video we'll get this in place, start getting the metal cleaned up. Yeah, there's quite a bit of work to do in this still. I need to hopefully get this done within a month. Alright, it's motherfucking beer time. I'm gonna crack open this good old Stella right here. And by the time this video comes rolling around, the videos are going to be catching up. So at the time of filming, I am uploading 2 videos per week still. But once the videos start going to 1 a week, then that means we're caught up and everything is current within a week or 2. Anyways, cheers to everybody. Motherfucking beer time. Because I know a lot of you guys complain about, I wish the videos were a little bit current, and they're only about a month behind right now. So by the time you watch this video, they are probably like right caught up. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm looking forward to finishing this TJ project in the next short little while. Get it under 35s and enjoy the fruits of my labor. It's only been over 10 years and it's almost done. It's almost done to the way I like it. Had to move the dead mouse and the microphone. So I guess I still got quite a bit to do. Got the steering, I got the brakes, yeah, but hopefully it's going to pay off in the end. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.